sufficient funding to be able to deal with difficult situations, and they've also been able to overcome the stress tests or respect the stress tests.
Prime Minister Berlusconi within the last hour. Let's go live to Italy via webcam to the Academic Director of the European School of Economics, Stefano Cordero di Montezemolo. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. That was an hour ago. Were you impressed?
By Berlusconi's speech, you mean?
Yes.
No, in my view, I expected the speech and it was in line with my expectations. Berlusconi tried to confirm that this government did whatever it could to cope with the economic situation, which is created mainly by external factors, and not giving any interpretation or possible explanations of other solutions that the government could have done in these 3 years.
Let me ask you, therefore, about Prime Minister Berlusconi. He has a certain flamboyant way about his politics. What does this tell us? I have to say, personally, he rather reminded me of a former Soviet president talking about the state of farming in the Soviet Union.
No, I know that many times abroad have a certain perception of Berlusconi, and they have difficulties to understand how it's possible that a tycoon like Berlusconi became the prime minister, and he was so able to have the government many times in this country. I would say that it's more psychological, in the sense that Berlusconi is driven by a sense of his own success, and he can't accept the idea that he was leading a government which is achieving negative results.
Well, let me therefore put to you, Dr. Di Montezemolo, what has he done today? Has he done well, or has he really reinforced that impression that he's lost control?
He postponed the situation. In a sense, he tried to create a sense of optimism, which is a characteristic of Berlusconi, despite the fact that the situation around and inside Italy is made by numbers and figures which say a different story.
Stefano Cordero di Montezemolo, thank you very much indeed for joining us, Academic Director of the European School of Economics in Italy. You're with The Hub, much more to come, particularly about the latest developments on Syria and that UN condemnation